Ek en jy vanoggend.
Yes, here we are.
Ja. Weet jy wat, Kaufeee? Ek is so opgewonde. Daar's iets nostalgies as jy by 'n plek instap en
Ja.
en jy ruik ek wil amper sê daai ou hout.
Ja.
En jy sien trofees en jy sien foto's van mense van Maleese dae. En ek stap so in die gang af en ek sien Wika.
Yes,
2002. Raai wie se gesig is daar?
2002. No idea.
Was dit die Iwe nie?
Oh yes, that happened to have
Ja,
been me.
maar
Yes, I forgot about that.
jy was nog baie mooi en jonk geweest.
Yes.
Ons kuier vandag hier by die SKW. Pragtige ou bar. Maar dis al die foto's, al die trofees hier agter ons. Dit is wonderlik en elke ding vertel 'n storie.
Ja.
Sommer toe ons hier ingestap het vanoggend en dis anders as jy hier is vir 'n fees.
And believe it or not, we even have our barman there.
Oh, daar's hy.
Ernst, he's behind us.
Ernst
He's busy, just do this, Ernst, to all the people out there. He's busy pouring the Weiss beer on this beautiful Friday morning.
En dan nog 'n ding is wat baie belangrik is die feit dat ons het vir Chef Terry hierso vandag.
Yes, Chef Terry, he's our, what shall we say, food expert correspondent.
Yeah.
He's known to all of us in Namibia from the Silver Spoon Academy. He's the guy that made the famous spekboom cake last time, remember?
Dis waar en ons gaan vandag vir hom ook vra, hy moet bietjie raad gee. Daar was een of twee vrae wat ons gekry het.
Ja.
En baie dankie vir Ernst en vir Peter hulle, Martin hulle wat die foto's gestuur het van daai koek wat jy gebak het in Bloemfontein.
Yes.
Dit lyk regtig baie nice. Die ander ding wat ek net wil sê is dat daar was vrae gewees oor die wat noem jy dit van die ingredients, maar Chef Terry gaan daaroor gesels.
Yes.
Ons het die hele week gesê, ons gaan vandag ons praat oor die lekkerste sosaties.
Ja.
Wild sosaties. En Chef Terry het vir ons 'n bord met sosaties gebring en daar's van die lekkerste geregte by. So ek hoop regtig waar en ek sien uit om dit ook te proef.
And just to also keep it nice and Deutsch, in other words, German, here at the SKW Sport grounds, the SKW Brauhaus. This is what this ambience is all about. You can see the pretzels and also the pâtés that we got from Ernst Kubierske, who also has he's the business owner of the SKW Brauhaus and also Schnitzel King in Pioneers Park in the Baines shopping center.
Dis reg. Yes. Hoorie Kaufeee, maar daar's nog 'n ding. Ek sien ons het nou nie ons gewone spekboom wat ons in die ateljee het nie, maar ons het klein spekboompies hierso. Wat is die plan hierso vir die van julle? Hier's klein spekboompies.
Dis reg.
Wat hierso saam met ons is vandag. Wat is die plan met hulle?
Okay, so during the show at one stage you need to stay tuned because we are going to have a competition where you can stand a chance of winning one of 3 little spekbome.
Yeah.
In other words, elephant bush for you and your office, perhaps maybe on your table or your garden or something like that, so that you can grow beautiful spekboom.
Ja.
And make your own cakes.
Ja, en hulle is regtig waar hulle groei so maklik.
Yes.
Jy weet ek en jy het begin en ek het my ou steggie, hy was so klein geweest. Ek het so 'n steggie saamgebring al die pad van Kroonstad af van my ouers af.
Ja.
En toe het ek dit sommer in 'n sakkie gesit en onder die sitplek gehou want ek het nie geweet of hulle by customs dit gaan konfiskeer nie.
Okay.
En ek het daai steggie gebring en ek het hom uit die sakkie plastiese sakkie uitgehaal en ek het hom uiteindelik in die grond gedruk. En op hierdie stadium staan hulle so hoog en ek het vir jou 'n paar gegee.
Ja.
En daar het hulle gegroei. Nou spekboom.
And what they tend to do, they tend to stay the size in the environment that they're in. So if you've got a spekboom like in a small pot like that, it'll tend to not overgrow.
Daai een by Umaruru Hotel.
Is massive.
Dis nog 'n plek waar ons moet gaan uitsaai.
Ja.
Daai bos is verskriklik.
And the fires have destroyed 2,000 hectares of Windhoekveld. And this has been reported by the Namibian newspaper this morning. It's of course a tragedy. The Namibian is saying it's a calamity. Over 2,000 hectares of land have been destroyed by a veld fire that was started by an unknown person who threw a firelight in the grass.
Is dit
Yes. This is now the cause of this. The fire started on Tuesday, I beg your pardon, I thought it was last Friday, and firefighters have been hard working trying to control the inferno. Why are people doing this? What is your point?
Ek verstaan dit nie, want dis nie net die veld wat verbrand nie, dis diere ook.
Yes.
Jy weet, dit is so wreed. En soos boere vir my vertel het, om die waarheid te sê, een van hulle werk baie gereeld saam met van die Game Rangers assosiasies. Hy sê, weet jy wat, die probleem is dat wild, hulle kan vlug, hulle is vinnig.
Ja.
Jy weet jou gemsbokke en kudu's en so aan. Maar dan kry jy jou kleiner diere wat vasgevang word. En hulle daar's geen kans vir oorlewing nie. Sulke goed soos jou skilpaaie, van jou hase en natuurlik van die slange ook en so meer. Die probleem met bees en skaap is dat hulle raak soort van paniekbevange en angstig. En in steede van vlug en hardloop, sal hulle eerder by mekaar bly en saam bondel en partykeer gebeur dit dood eenvoudig dat hulle net doodgebrand. En dis dit, jy weet. So dis baie erg. Baie goeie nuus hierso, die tafel is gedek vir die groen waterstofprojek.
Ja.
Ons het daaroor net vinnig gepraat. Hier is 'n grafiese voorstelling van hierdie nuwe aanleg. Die vervaardiging van groen waterstof gaan begin in 2025. So ek dink ons moet 'n bietjie met hulle gesels, dis die Hydrogen Energy
Yes.
die maatskappy wat nou mee besig groen waterstofprojek.
That in fact South Africa needs the payments of Namibia in order to allow that to happen.
En dan kyk ons weer vinnig daarna Loedrit se wêreld. Die probleem wat hulle daar het, daar's net 200 toilette in daai gemeenskap hier daar vir 3000 inwoners. Dis die Loedrit se die dorpsraad.
Ja.
Hulle sê hulle staar hierdie sanitasie uitdaging in die gesig en daai informele settlement daar, so hulle het net 200 toilette en daar's bykans 3000 mense.
Yes.
Hulle moet werk maak daarvan. Dan nog 'n ding, ek dink positiewe nuus vir die Vrydagoggend is die feit dat lugvaart is op soek na herlewing in Namibië. Die Air Namibia, ons verwys na Air Namibia en NIC sê dis die Namibiese lugvaartmaatskappy sê hulle gaan hard werk en saam soek. En lyk my hulle vat hande met Bank Windhoek.
Okay.
En vanaf die 6de tot die 18 November gaan Namibiese lugvaart saamkom en kyk of dan hulle nie planne kan maak om weer lugvaart of die lugvaart of Namibiese lugvaart weer wings kan gee nie.
Okay.
Ons moet hulle dalk vir Red Bull voer, maar in elk geval so dis lekker nuus. Dan nog enetjie van my kant af en dis Hannes van Wyk, hy is die aanbieder van hy's baie gewild aanbieder van Kwela. Hy kom kuier hier in Namibië. En ek weet vir al die vrouens se bene raak lam as hulle hom sien.
Yes.
So daai datum sal ons met julle deel soos ons Andries Botha se datums gedeel het. En baie dankie vir se lekker kuier gister.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Ja. So, daai is my nuus vir oggend.
And then just lastly, the Allgemeine Zeitung, the German daily, is reporting wildlife vets fordert Legalisierung des Nashornhandels. In other words, what it directly translated, wildlife vets is now promoting for the legalizing of rhino horns.
Yeah.
There has been quite a debate regarding all of this. One angle in terms of the story is that if rhino horns, the dealing in rhino horns is legalized, that would save the animals more.
Of bydra tot.
Ja.
Jy weet, so kom ons kyk daarna. Dis 'n baie komplekse een, maar ons het beloof ons sal met kyk of ons vir Jaco in die hande kan kry en dan Dinsdagoggend met hom daaroor gesels.
Yes.
Kaufeee, ja, ek wil dan ook sê geluk aan die skutsie van Namibië, ek dink die skietspan van Namibië, ek dink hulle akkurate korrelwerk het vir hulle goeie punte verdien en dit lyk vir my hulle is van die voorstes in die sport.
Yes.
En gaan die land verteenwoordig, so ek dink baie goed gedoen daar, die ouens soos Kevin Fik, Dirk Sauber, Janus van der Merwe, Kerran Mans en Libies Liebenberg. Baie geluk aan julle. Ons kan dalk, omdat dit so interessante sport is, skuifskiet.
Ja.
Ek weet jy skiet ook so 'n bietjie.
Ja, ek is nou natuurlik, I'm not as good as these guys by far, but it is a lot of fun. Target shooting is always a lot of fun.
Maar ek dink ons kan dalk hierdie Namibiese span kyk of ons in die hande kan kry en met hulle gesels, want die sport van skuifskiet is ook heeltemal uniek.
Ja.
Jy weet, dit is soos boogskut. Ek weet dat hier agter SKW is daar 'n baan vir die boogskutmanne. Ek weet nie of hy nog daar is nie, maar hy is daar. Hoorie, Kaufeee, voordat ons nou verder gesels, want ons moet vir Ernst hier kry.
Yes, Ernst of the SKW Brauhaus.
Gaan ons gou net sommer Andri se ad vat
Ja.
en dan kan ons hom hier kry.
Ja,
Goed,
natuurlijk.
kom ons kyk gou daar loop ons met daai advertensie.
Wat is die wêreld sonder jou? Wat is die wêreld sonder jou? Nie veel nie. Die wêreld is nie veel nie. Wat is die wêreld sonder jou? Wat is die wêreld sonder jou? Nie veel nie. Die wêreld is nie
Ek gaan nou net eers hier so 'n klein bietjie
Spasie, Mark.
spasie maak, dan kan ek hier agter hier by die spekbome en hierdie heerlike kos. Eintlik moet Ernst vir ons vertel van hierdie want dit is mos ook 'n Duitse
Yes.
gereg.
What is this, Ernst?
Eers welkom.
Thanks.
Welkom.
Well, basically what it is it's a brezel. It was very famous in Bavaria, Munich. So what we basically goes perfectly always with a Weissbier.
Yeah.
Comes with Oberster. That's a cheese mixture. We've got Leberwurst and we have Schmalz that you normally eat together with it. We bake these brezeln ourselves here at SKW.
Ja.
So that's and especially on Sundays, the booked customers always get them for free. But you can pre-order them if you want to.
Dit lyk absoluut heerlik.
Doesn't look fantastic.
Ja.
Yes. Have you tried those pâtés? And
Nee,
you
ek
should
het
give it a
nie.
shot, Dirk. It's really, really good.
Ek het nie, dis as ek sê dis vreemd vir my dan bedoel ek dit so. Ek gaan hom so breek. Daar is hy.
Okay.
En dan
So that is the Schmalz, the Griebenschmalz,
Ja.
called in German. Wir stocken auch Märzen.
Okay.
Und nächsten Monat für September ist ja eigentlich in Deutschland, fängt ja das Oktoberfest Ende September an, nicht im Oktober.
Ja.
Und daher wir brauen die ein dunkles Münchner Bier.
Aha. Okay.
Ja, so das wird dann auch ab September haben wir dann auch das dunkle Münchner Bier hier.
Yeah, wunderbar. Okay, so Ernst, could you tell us a little bit more? What are the business hours of the SKW Brauhaus?
Okay, so Mondays we're closed.
Okay.
No, we need to rest.
Yes,
then.
sure.
Ja.
Then we've got Tuesdays to Fridays. We open from 11 to 10 in the evening. But if people still feel like drinking, eating, we are open until 12 o'clock, until our license goes until 2 o'clock on
Okay,
weekends.
I see. Okay.
Saturdays we're starting also now in September, we're starting a brunch breakfast type of a thing as well. So you can start from 10 o'clock in the morning, you can come and we open normally on Saturdays until 4 o'clock, depending if there's not a function. Because we
Okay.
do a lot of functions, especially on Saturdays.
Right.
We'll get to that just now. And then our main day, it's Beer Garden Day, is Sundays. Sundays we open from 10 o'clock, from 10 to 4.
Right.
And that is when it's
Really,
Ramba Zamba, yeah.
really full. So if you are planning to have your lunch on Sundays, it is always important to do your pre-bookings.
Ja.
Yes.
Yes.
Maar Ernst, julle SKW is nou bekend eintlik vir 'n klomp goed. Met 'n geskiedenis so lank, seker so hoog soos hierdie dak. Nie net sportgronde, sportaktiwiteite. Ek dink dis wat mense maar soort van weet, maar dan het julle klomp feeste.
Yes.
Klomp feeste. Celebrations, party baie tradisioneel. Maar vertel 'n bietjie vir ons meer daarvan.
Okay, so the next big one that I think everybody's been waiting for, especially because the corona and it hasn't
Yeah.
happened for such a big time,
Yeah.
is Namibian Breweries is bringing the Oktoberfest back.
Great.
And this will be in the last...
En dis nou.
That is the last weekend of October.
Exactly.
Ah, cool.
Yes,
Cool.
exactly. And yeah, so it's going to be bigger, better. They're going to have the different bands. The Jägermeister band is going to be here.
Yeah.
The Schuhplattler, the guys that always dance and sing.
Yes.
And a few locals as well, and a lot of other entertainment will be there. There will be Oktoberfest games, etc. and so on.
That is
Fantasties.
fantastic.
Ek
news,
dink
eh?
ons moet plan maak dat ons dalk live uitsaai van hier af.
InfoStream will definitely be involved.
Met die Oktoberfest. Dit sal
From
lekker
the
is.
build-up.
Ja, absoluut.
starting, yeah.
Right.
Absoluut. Ons kan vir ons 'n plek inrig, so 'n klein ateljee en dan kan ons mense interview. Jou span Ouens van brouwerye en smeer kan elke dag kom gesels. 'n Soort van leading into. Goed, wat het julle nog? Wat se goed het julle nog?
So then straight after the Oktoberfest, the week thereafter, we're going to have the Tourism Expo.
Correct.
The yearly Tourism
correct,
Expo, that
yeah.
will be. And then there's a few other little festivals like the SKW Summer Festival, we'll have that.
Yeah.
Date is not confirmed yet, but it should be somewhere in November.
Yes.
And then we've got our annual Ochsenbraten, which Kaufeee you know quite well. You're always performing that time.
I absolutely love the Ochsenbraten. It's a
Vertel vir ons 'n bietjie vir die wat nie weet nie.
function.
So the Ochsenbraten is what we do basically. It's like a frühschoppen.
Ja.
And we start the day before, and we spit a whole ox
Okay,
throughout
okay.
the whole night,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
it's ready for lunch.
The
And
next day.
The next day.
Yeah.
The Ochsenbraten also has a very old history with
Yeah.
SKW and the carnival.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kaufeee also knows a bit of that information about. So we pepped that up a bit again when we took over here,
Yeah.
just to bring that tradition back. And
Ja. Oh great.
Okay.
Dit klink baie awesome.
And that should be the first or second week in December.
Desember. Ja, lekker tyd, lekker tyd. Kaufs, kom ons kyk bietjie boodskappe.
Yeah, we can
Yes,
look at
please,
a couple of the messages. There
Yes.
are some of our friends that are already on here. Let's see, Piet Spies, our dear friend from South Africa, from Bloemfontein, he's saying, môre uit 'n koue, onplesierige
Ja,
Bloemfontein.
net so koud hier ook.
Maar in Retief sê goeiemôre Eben Benadi, dit is goed om jou te sien dat jy so vroeg wakker is
Ja.
vanoggend Eben. Ryan Finis is ook saam met ons. Hallo Ryan, goed om jou te sien. En dan Liesel Venter sê môre Ernst, lekker om jou op die show te sien.
Ja, sê.
Daar sê.
Kaufie, ek wil ook dankie sê vir Ansa.
Ja.
Ansa wat al die pad daar uit Kroonstad 'n boodskap hier stuur. Sy het gister toe ons gepraat het oor die lig.
Ja.
Wat so 'n bietjie verander het van tyd tot tyd. Toe lees ek gisterand, sy sê die julle lyk pragtig in die lig. En toe ek nou terugkyk, ekskuus, toe is dit eintlik baie vleiend. So baie dankie vir Ansa wat gekyk het, sy het later 'n boodskap gestuur. En dan, jy weet natuurlik wie's vir jou kwaad. Mona Klein moet sê,
Why?
sy sê, Kaufman lees nie eers my boodskappe nie.
Oh, yes, but that's the thing. And I'm going to investigate that during the course of the day today, Mona, because we are seeing all the relevant comments coming through, but for some other reason, I cannot see
Nee,
Mona's.
maar dit is net so. Dit is onmoontlik, maar baie dankie.
We know that there's a little bit of a technical glitch at the moment. The sound is good, but the video seems to be a bit hakkerig.
Yeah.
But our IT, as we are conducting the show, our IT team is working on it.
Yeah.
And it might just be the location where
Dit
we
kan
are
wees.
at.
Dit kan wees, maar weet julle wat, baie dankie in elk geval. Onthou ons gaan weer hierdie aflaai.
Yes.
Ons vra verskoning as daar 'n klein bietjie van 'n glitches, maar die goed gebeur.
Yes,
So
these kind of
dis een
things
van die
happen.
dinge wat gebeur. Yes,
I'd
Kaufie.
like to just ask Ernst a little bit more. Ernst, over and above the restaurant, the SKW Brauers restaurants, you also offer a couple of other things. Tell us more about it.
Yes, so we do, well, SKW is quite big, there's different venues. We've got a newly renovated kiosk. 1951, we had it before, or SKW, not SKW itself was,
Right.
but the football fields were here before.
Okay.
But the SKW Sportclub Windhoek
Right.
was incorporated, or how do you say that?
Yes.
Was gegründet.
Ja, 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 ja.
1951.
And then there were different sports, shall we call it,
Disciplines,
codes,
yeah.
such as tennis,
Faustball.
fistball. The fistball is also a very big sporting code in Namibia. For those of you who don't know what fistball is about, just go and Google it. It's actually
Dit is
fantastic.
'n baie
sport.
nice, baie nice sport. Ek het 'n bietjie gespeel, vir 'n tydjie gespeel, ja.
Okay.
Dis eintlik baie
Yeah,
lekker.
it's quite big.
Yeah.
We've got a fistball team here. We've got then the SKW Youth Academy.
Yes.
For soccer. Tennis, Johan Tron, his tennis school is here. Archery is there. We've got, and then fencing started now. We've got wrestling.
Okay.
Wrestling started.
Is die gimnastiek deel van die daai nuwe saal? Is dit
That is also, but they're hiring from SKW, but it is on the showgrounds. But it's not SKW Gymnastic. They've
It's
got their own
their own
Okay,
private
their own
good
trails.
gymnasium.
ek verstaan dit, ja.
So now, what also goes hand in hand with the SKW are two major events every year. Obviously, Corona affected that, but there are two major events at the SKW here in Windhoek on an annual basis. And the first one is the Windhoek Carnival, also known as the Vika. which takes place in April every year, depending on when the Easter weekend is. The date might shift, but usually the Windhoek Carnival, the Vika, is held in Windhoek at the SKW in April every year. It's a huge festival. We're looking here at a hall of over 1,000 people sometimes getting together. It's a very traditional, carnivalistic kind of structured program. Obviously goes hand in hand with obviously with beer drinking and dance and song. And I must say, it's the Vika is really a very big highlight for me because my family has been involved since 1952.
Sure.
Yes.
En ek kry toe vanoggend 'n pragtige foto van 'n jong Hannes. Baie jonk, prins as prins en die prinsesse, en as ek reg gelees het was dit 2002.
Yeah, so I had the honor of having been the 50th prince. In other words, they called me the Golden Prince.
Okay, daar's hy.
Right.
Nee, maar baie geluk, is pragtig
In 2002.
al die foto's hang daar so.
Since then, we've had many other prince and princess couples. Obviously the prince and the princess, they are the highlight, the crown of the Windhoek Carnival. And they obviously go around with their garde. The garde is their dancing girls. And so go onto Facebook to the Windhoek Carnival and go and read more about it.
Ja, nee,
It's a
en
lot of
vir die
fun.
Suid-Afrikaners is 'n lekker tyd tog van die jaar om te kom kuier in Namibië. Jy weet, en deel te word van die fees. Want jy moet dit beleef. Jy kan nie die fotootjies doen nie regverdig nie regtig waar die gees en die gesindheid van die optog in die strate, die mense in verskillende aande. Dis nie net een aand, dis nie Saterdag dan is dit klaar nie. Dis 'n hele fees. Hulle sê mos altyd tradisioneel maak Windhoek toe vir 'n week.
10 days.
Ja, of 10 dae eintlik ja. Goed, kom ons
Excuse on the carnival itself.
Right.
In Germany, you've got that. The carnival normally starts on the 11th.
That's correct.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
11th of the 11th.
So what also always happens, and that's another little festival we'll have here, is the opening of the carnival in November. So that's the first weekend after the 11th. We'll have a free shop in here for the carnival.
Great stuff.
Ek dink ek weet van Suid-Afrikaners wat nou al lankal dreig om te kom.
Yes.
Een van hulle is Henny. Hy sê nee, hy dink hy moet maar net pak en ry. En jy sal nie spyt wees nie, want dit is net wonderlik van hier af of voor dit bietjie kus toe of Etosha toe. Dis 'n lekker tyd van die jaar.
The second festival that I just wanted to talk about, and Ernst has mentioned it, is the Oktoberfest. It is really huge. It's humongous. And that always takes place on the last weekend of October.
Goed. Kom ons kyk gou een of twee nog boodskapies.
Yes, we've still got some messages coming through here. Jens Schneider saying Prost Jungs, which means Prost Boys. He's probably referring to our beers here. And Annelies Liebenberg say, Goeiemorgen julle. Just before we let Ernst go and we go to our commercials, Ernst, what beer have you put in front of us here?
This is a Weissbier.
Okay.
Traditional Weissbier brewed by Swalker Brewing Company.
Right.
And that is, like I said before, that goes perfectly with your brezeln, your Weißwurst.
Okay.
Actually with any dish.
This beer is a little bit more herbier?
Yes, and it's a fuller beer.
It's a fuller beer. Yes. From what I understand, and please remember, I'm not a brewmaster, but this beer has been removed before the last filtration process. That is how we understand it.
Yeah.
But we will one day speak to Christian Müller, who's the brewmaster of the Namibian breweries, and he'll be able to explain all of this to us in detail.
Ek dink so. Ons moet in elk geval nog daar gaan uitsaai.
Yes.
By breweries.
We'll do that.
En dan gaan dit gaan maar ons moet onsself voorberei vir daai oggend, Vrydagoggend, en ons moet onsself voorberei vir die res van die dag.
Yes.
Goed. Ons gaan gou advertensies vat. En dan gaan ons met chef Terry gesels oor sy sosatie resep.
But we are going to have a sip of the beer.
Na die advertensie of sommer nou?
What about now? Because I mean, Ernst has poured this beautiful brew for us. So here goes.
Die bedoel, ek kom daar sien beter tyd is nou nie. Ernst, dankie.
On Friday the 19th of August, nice to be with you here.
Dankie. Ja, dankie. Is kan weer en al ons vriende wat kyk. Ek kan nie wag nie, dan gaan ek Kaufeee.
Divine.
Weet jy hoe smaak dit?
Divine.
Weet jy hoe smaak dit? Dit smaak na nog. Dis hoe dit vir my smaak, maar heerlik, heerlik.
Right, we're going to take a commercial break, then we're going to be speaking to Chef Terry. Ernst, thank you very much.
Thank you, Kaufeee.
FJ Logistics. We do road freight, mostly from our neighboring countries. We do air freight, from all over the world. And we even do ocean freight, for those not so easy cargoes. Most of all, we guarantee to always deliver on time. FJ Logistics. Give us a call today.
Okay, dan gaan ons is terug.
And we are back.
Ja. Hier is hy.
The world famous Chef Terry Jenkins.
Ja.
We love this man so much and always thank you for your support, Terry.
Ek het gesê, die uitdaging is, en ek sê vir Chef Terry, die uitdaging is dat hy moet vir ons sosaties bring, nie wat se sosaties nie, maar wild sosaties. Ons het eintlik vir almal soort van in die week gesê, ouens, ons gaan vandag praat oor wild sosaties. Ons sal nog by die icebraaiens kom en ons sal nog by al die goed kom. By die skaapbraai en die osbraai, ons gaan.
So, how did you end up with wild societies? Did you have it in your mind and you spoke to Terry?
Nee, Kaufeee, weet jy wat gebeur het is, met by Roudels, by die skaapkopbraai.
Okay.
Het die gesprek gegaan oor goed wat maar net altyd tradisioneel bly.
Ja.
En toe sê die ouens, ja, daar is dan niks so lekker soos 'n braai nie. En toe die gesprek net gaan, ja, maar wat is die lekkerste om te braai? En toe dit net by een van die ouens het net uitgeglip, hy sê, wie, daar is dan niks so lekker soos 'n lekker sosatie nie.
Ja.
En terwyl hulle daaroor praat, oor wat jy alles insit, en Chef Terry gaan vir ons verduidelik, want almal het hulle eie resepie van, sit jy peppers in, sit jy stukkies vrugte in, wat sit jy in? Almal het maar sy eie resep.
Ja.
Soos skaapkop, soos afval maak, soos party ouens sê, man, daar's net een ou wat 'n steak kan braai. Jy weet, daar is net een plek waar jy icebaan kan gaan eet, verstaan jy?
Ja.
En so die gesprek het toe net gegaan oor 'n lekker sosatie.
Yes.
Nie afskeep sosaties nie, maar 'n lekker sosatie. Toe bel ek vir Chef Terry, sê ek vir hom, wat sê, "Gay man, ek is aan." En dis hoe dit gebeur het, Kaufeee.
Okay.
Ja, maar-
Now, we all got the history. We
Ja.
all know what this is all about.
En ek het 'n paar ouens gebel gister en vir hulle gesê, luister hierso, wil julle dalk saam gesels? So ek sal kyk of ek nou soos klaar met hierdie gesels het, hoor of een van hulle twee wil saampraat. En ek het ook, ons het op die show gesê, ouens, stuur julle resepte of praat saam met ons terwyl ons uitsaai.
Yeah.
Chef Terry,
Marinade.
Ah,
The marinade,
Right.
it's got a lot of vinegar in it. It's got
Okay.
so preserving elements in it.
Yeah.
And that tends to react with the protein in the meat.
Yeah.
So it partially cooks the meat.
Ah, okay.
You see, and then your meat becomes quite dry. So the skill in a good society is how you cook it, so that you don't overcook it,
ek verstaan wat jy sê.
and it still stays quite moist.
Ja.
The other, what a lot of people like to do is put pieces of fat inside between the meat.
Correct.
That's just to help give it a
To
bit
assist
of
the
moisture.
moisture.
Yeah.
Yes. The problem with that is, well, I find the problem with that is, if you want a piece of fat on your meat, you want it crispy,
Okay.
and the fat in between doesn't become crispy; it stays that soft, that
Mushy kind of.
that unpleasant
Ja.
tasting fat.
Ja, ek verstaan.
So what I've done is the societies I've made today.
Ja.
I've got the marinated meat.
Tel hom op, dan kan ons
Ja.
mooi sien. Ja.
We've got some marinated meat,
Ja.
and
Okay.
then between I've got onions and peppers,
Ja.
and I haven't put any fat in, but I've cooked it medium rare to medium,
Ja.
so that
Right.
it's still a little bit on the tender side.
Yes.
And it's been marinating, well, this particular batch, I would have liked to have done it a bit longer, but it's been marinating for about a day. So they should be
In
really
what
tasty.
type of marinade is
Well,
this one?
These all your societies have got some form of curry powder. There's some sweetness in there. There's vinegar in there. So what I've got in here, the marinade I made, consists of vinegar, apricot jam, curry powder, a little bit of turmeric,
Right.
some black pepper, some salt, and a little bit of sugar.
Oh, okay.
En dan lê jy daai vleisies,
Ja, basically,
sny jy
yes.
nou die blokkies en jy lê hulle daarin.
Yeah, what I did was I fried off the spices
Ja.
in a bit of oil, Then I added the vinegar and the sugar and the apricot jam, and cooked it up into a sauce. So just because your spices are dry, you need to release the oils from the spices. So
Yes.
you need to heat them, and that's why we fry them. And then I thickened it slightly with a little bit of corn flour and water, just to make sure that it adheres to the meat and it's not very, very watery.
Right.
And then basically cut up the blocks of meat, put them into the marinade, and left them overnight. You can turn them once a day. Some people marinate for up to 5 days.
Oh, okay.
In the fridge, must be in the fridge, can't leave it out. And then they make their societies and cook them. So then this morning we put them together on the sticks, and what I've done is I put them into a griddle pan so that you get the nice scoring.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
ek
it's
wou
like
nou
spin on the braai.
Ja,
but
ek wou nou
it's,
dit gevra het want ek is I'm not
I
confused, but I've got a
making
question.
I wasn't making a fire this morning.
Ja, nee. Het was koud genoeg geweest. Dit is nog steeds koud.
And then today what I've done is we always have societies with a braai.
Ja, ja.
But what about as a meal?
Presies.
What about as a nice lunch?
Okay.
Yes, natuurlik,
No?
natuurlik.
What
Nou ja, wat sou jy saam bedien? Want ek sien jy het
Well-
nou bykosse gebring.
What I've got here is I've got some lovely roasted butternut. So it adds
Yeah.
that creaminess and that sweetness to the dish.
Roasted butternut.
Ja.
Lazelle Kotze. Take
Ja,
note.
vir jou, ja. Ja.
And then with a nice whole wheat flatbread, freshly baked,
Hey.
freshly baked.
Ja, hier is dit.
Wow.
Kom ons wys vir julle.
Ja.
Okay.
Lekker vars gebakte.
And
Daar's hy.
It looks so fluffy, doesn't it?
Heerlik, heerlik.
so now
Hier's hy.
you want to eat this with your hands. So you put the skewer in there.
Okay.
Dirk, do you want to? Yeah,
Sure.
there you go, like that.
Right.
And you add a piece of butternut.
Daar's hy.
There you go. Wait, well, we're not finished yet. Hidden under here somewhere is a garlic clove, roasted whole,
Hey. Yeah.
with the butternut, and we just squeeze that out,
Kan jy nou mee?
Can you?
spread it over there, and it's like a garlic butter, and you fold it and eat it.
How
Daar's hy.
cool is that?
Daar's hy.
And before you do that, let me just help you here.
Don't drop it, Dirk.
There goes the stick.
Daar's hy. Kaufeee.
Brilliant.
Ek gaan 'n
Love
happie
it.
vat.
Absolutely love it.
Kom ek gee vir jou die eerste happie want jy's die
Yes,
verste.
Tommy.
Ja.
Ooh, it must just not fall apart here, but
Yeah,
here,
Yeah, look, I'll catch whatever you do.
here goes.
Ja. Ja, ek kan nie wag vir daai butter. Ek is mal vir butternut.
Man,
Dis
oh
heerlik,
man.
nee.
That's why we have you on the show.
And, as you were talking earlier, I mean, everyone has their own recipe for a society.
Okay.
There's so
Ernst,
many
kom op.
different. There are so many different variations and so many different combinations.
Hap hom daarso aan die kant of.
Peaches, dried peaches,
Lekker.
Right.
are often put between
Vleis is
the
dit.
meat.
Ja,
for a
ja,
bit
ja,
of
butternut
sweetness
is
as
lekker.
well.
Ja.
So, everyone has their own. Every family have their own recipe,
Yes.
or they know of somebody that they will support when it comes to societies. So, it's something that's truly Namibian, truly South African. It's our version of a kebab,
Right.
or a kebab. So, we must enjoy it. We must really relish it.
Absolutely.
Behalwe die
Absolutely
rooi
brilliant.
pepers, wat het jy nog in? Is binne die eie.
Onions, just a,
Eie.
just a
En die peper.
couple of onions
Ja.
cut up. I
En
think-
dan wat ek nou vir jou wou gevra het, as ek dit reg verstaan, is dit nie wenslik om 'n society op 'n vuur te sit nie. Want dit maak die vleis vinnig droog.
That's because either your coals are too low,
Ja.
and you cook it for an extended period of time.
Okay.
So, and like I said just now, I mean, with the society, it's already quite dry because the vinegar reacts with the protein in the meat, so it starts a cooking process. So it's already literally you basically what you can do with a good society is just sear it on the outside, give it
Yeah.
a bit of color on the outside, and it's ready to go.
Yes. Yes.
Kaffie met die vleis is delicious.
It's absolutely
Dit
stunning.
is so sag.
Absolutely.
En dit lyk so half medium.
Yeah. That way you keep moisture in your meat.
very
and the other nice thing about it, or not nice, but I mean, the way you cut your meat.
Yeah.
If you cut your meat properly, it will automatically bite easier and chew easier.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you've cut your meat again with the grain and you're actually trying to pull it with your teeth, it's tougher.
So what's the general rule? Cut with the grain or against the grain?
Against the grain.
Against the grain.
Against the grain,
Okay.
so that when you bite, you actually pull the grain apart rather than trying to bite through the grain.
Right.
Maar dis heerlik. Dis heerlik.
So I think what we need to do is maybe just, is this the big secret recipe, or could we expect another recipe again from you?
Oh, definitely.
Because I think if we speak to Ernst, because he's upgrading his menu, he might consider this, remember?
Ons gaan hy gaan nou julle
As a
saad op eet.
dedication to Chef Terry.
Kom ons vat gou ad en dan
Yes.
dan as ons terugkom kyk ons na comments.
Yes.
Okay, goed, daar
We
gaan
do
ons.
Okay.
Nou, dankie.
Right, and we are back.
Ek is toch die saad is. Ons gaan nou weer. Kaufeee, kommentaar, kom ons kyk wat
Yeah,
sê.
let's just have a look at a couple of comments over here. Gerard Moorman is saying, making me hungry.
Ja, maar ja.
Maren-
Dis die plan, dis die hele idee.
Marin Retief is saying, good morning, Post. And Pieter Groewe sê, laat ek hom net gou hierso kry, dis MTC se skuld. Gooi kole, manne, great initiative. Yeah, we do realize that we are here at a spot where we have run a little bit into a internet speed issue, but still, from what I understand, the sound is there, the picture.
Lekker gebakte koek en hulle sê baie dankie. Dit lyk my dit gaan nie die eerste keer wees nie. En ek hoop dieselfde met die
We did
resepte.
get quite a extensive message here van Rian Olivier.
Ja.
Dankie vir jou boodskap, Rian. Hy sê, môre julle twee, myne reggemaakte ramp met 'n vekkie en 'n lekker varkspek, braai uie, goeie currypoeier en borrie. By na smaak, sout en peper na smaak, breinsuiker, asyn,
Ja.
kook alles saam tot 'n lang dik sous. Sny ramp en spek in blokkies, ryg op 'n stokkie. As die sous afgekoel het, pak die sosaties in 'n bak en gooi die sous oor. Laat vir 'n week lê, yummy sê hy. O ja, jy kan eie ook inryg op die stokkie en Bob is jou oom. Baie dankie.
Ja, sê Rian.
Oh, Rian, dankie.
Ja,
Soos
wys
almal het hulle eie resep vir societies.
En hy sê, o ja, dis Donderskoot en Bloemfontein. Hy byt hier so by ons in Winterkoop. Jy sal verbaas
vanoggend was
wees.
dit homself knyperig geweest.
We'll talk about the weather a
Ek
little
vra
bit
ek
later.
vra vir Ernst vanoggend toe ek inkom, toe sê ek vir hom, luister, kan ek asseblief 'n koppie koffie kry? Toe sê hy verseker toe kom hy terug met 'n glas portwyn. So hulle Duitsers verstaan koue. Dis verseker so. Koffie nie. Ek dink ons gaan nog gou ad vat.
Ja.
En dan wat ons doen is ons kyk of ons vir Ernst hier kan kry tussen die dan al vier van
Al
ons.
4 van ons.
Dan kan ons dalk 'n laaste woordjie sê.
Dis
Spreek.
dit.
Goed.
I wouldn't say
Okay,
no
daar's
to a
hy.
little one.
Daar's hy. Is ons in? Koffie is jy in?
Yes, we are all here.
Hierdie is wat hulle noem die trappe van vergelyking. Langer, langste.
Yeah, we're not standing like
Ek het
this on
gesê kort,
purpose,
dis kort.
everybody.
Ja. As ek regop staan is ek bietjie langer as steady. Wat dit maak nie saak nie.
Ek moet ook so
Ja, maar
staan.
ja, die stoel het nie gewerk mos nie. Maar ek weet ek hoe so staan. Want as die hele tyd nader aan die kos kom.
Ja, ja.
Dis eintlik waaroor dit is ek moet sê vir julle albei chefs. Hierdie proe redelik sout.
Weekend. So
Yes.
let's enjoy some good food, some good friends,
Ja.
some good family.
Ja. En almal wat gestuur het Rian Olivier, hy's eintlik meneer De Olivier. Hy is met met Willebee stert geslaan tot stookmeester. Uit daar in die berge het
Ja,
'n
ja,
bietjie gaan
remember that
Dit
video.
sal lekker wees met
Ja,
'n
so dit
society.
maak nou sin dat hy 'n lekker society resep sien. Maar nou wil ek net hoor Ernst, dit klink vir my die fout wat ek gemaak het is dat 'n society is nie 'n haastige ding nie. Hy moet lê in sy marinade vir 'n goeie 3, 4, 5 dae soos wat Rian ook gesê het. Is dit soos jy hom ook ken?
Yeah, exactly. The longer, as I know, the longer, the more the juices goes in. But again, they do tend to get very dry quickly.
Ja.
If you fry them in too long.
Yeah.
But on the fire, I think is the best.
Exactly, ja.
Ja, nee, ek hou ook van die vuur. Ek was net altyd besorg oor wildsvleis. Jy weet wat baie vinnig kan droog raak op 'n vuur.
Maar die ding is met wildsvleis, dis 'n baie gesonde vleis.
Ek verstaan.
En ons het van die beste kwaliteit wildsvleis
Ja.
in Afrika.
Right.
Ek glo.
Ja.
So, as jy hom reg hanteer en jy hom reg gaar maak, hy's die beste.
Dis great. Ernst, nog 'n laaste woord van jou?
Thanks for letting me be on the show.
Dis goed.
It is a cold weekend.
Thank you for allowing us to use your brilliant
Yeah,
venue.
yeah,
It's so
you're welcome.
fantastic.
It is a bit of a cold weekend, so but we do have coffee, not just the port. And we stock Jägermeister and everything to keep going. So you guys are welcome to come anytime this weekend.
Ja, nee,
All right, now, just before we finish, we've got our very first competition taking place on InfoStream Namibia, which is taking place as of today. You can stand a chance to win yourself one of 3 little spec boompies with the compliments of InfoStream Namibia. All you need to do, the first 3 individuals who WhatsApp on our WhatsApp number at the number +26481432823. It's at the bottom of your screen. Just send the word spec boom and your name and surname, and the first 3 people will each win a little spec boompie for their kitchen, their garden, their office.
Ek dink as dit nou Vrystaaters is, dan moet ons maar 'n dispatch persoon kry daar.
Yes.
Jy weet, want ons gaan nie daai spekboom stuur so.
Send us your WhatsApp.
Ja, stuur ons dan 'n plan maak, julle kontak.
Okay, shall we
Kals,
just
nee,
quickly
ons
look
kyk
at
gou die weer
the
voordat ons
weather
klaar is,
for today?
Ja.
Just one last comment, also 2 comments, one from Herbert van Niekerk. Hy gaan die kombinasie met die butternut toets. Hy sê dit lyk yummy.
Ja,
En Rian sê City Society binne in die dik gebotterde hotdog bun. Trek dan die stokkie uit. Ja, dan het jy 'n society dog.
O ja.
Ja.
Rian, ons het dit gedoen met hierdie flatbread.
Yes.
Maar hierdie platbroodjie was heerlik.
Okay. Then as far as the weather is concerned, there is a warning from the Met Office. Very cold conditions are expected in the south, central and eastern regions with frost in the low-lying areas tomorrow. Please take the necessary precautions. So there we have it. The interior at the moment, frost is expected in the south, central and eastern regions. Otherwise partly cloudy and very cold to cold. Sunny and warm to hot in the north, and it will become windy over the interior by noon today.
Ja. Ja,
The coast partly cloudy and mild to warm with a wind moderate northeasterly to fresh southwest.
I've got something interesting to announce.
Yeah.
To add, if you don't
Ja.
mind. The 26th, 27th of October,
Yes.
we are launching
Right.
a brand new cooking competition.
Dis 'n Silver Spoon Academy.
Silver Spoon
Academy.
in collaboration with the Indonesian Embassy.
Ja.
So we're going to host a competition for school kids between the ages of 13 and 17,
Yeah.
right? For culinary students and for chefs.
Fantasties.
And it's
Fantasties.
going to be based on Indonesian cuisine.
Maar chef Terry, sal jy sorg dat ons dit op ons dagboek het?
Will we-
En dat ons kom gesels.
And where everybody can get the details,
Yes.
of course.
We will be advertising and announcing it soon, so I will forward all the details through to you as well, so that
Yeah.
that we can get it out there and get some interest.
Great. Ons sal dit doen.
We really want people to participate. We want to make people aware of the different cuisines and cultures that are available, and this is just a fantastic opportunity for people to hone their skills.
Yeah.
It's a different style competition to the normal cooking competition, so we're looking forward to what it's going to have
Ja,
in store.
wonderlik. wonderlike samewerking tussen twee lande.
Yes.
Yes.
Namibië en Indië. Jou,
Brian Olivier vra, hoe gaan jy die spekboom in bloem kry? Leave that
Brian.
up to me.
Brian, ons het 'n ander ou wat daar bly. Ons het meer as
Vir jou 'n spekboom daar en ons stuur hom vir jou.
Brian, ons gaan hom by jou kry, moet jy nie worry nie. Ons gaan by jou kry. Man.
Ons ken mense wat mense ken wat mense ken.
Ek ken ou met die naam van Piet.
Yes.
Ek ken ou met die naam van Martin. En Henny en sulke ouens, Rian. Maar jy wil hulle ook nie ken nie.
Ja.
Want jy weet wat daai man is stook ook soos jy.
Ja.
So lekker.
That's it.
Dis dit.
Thank you
Nogmaals
so
dankie
much.
van hierdie pragtige
Ernst.
ou bar met sy geskiedenis, stories.
Fantastic.
En die gevoel is net so lekker anders.
Ja.
Ernst,
Baie
baie
dankie.
dankie. Teddy, baie dankie. Chef Teddy, baie dankie. Daar lê 'n lekker happie vir ons almal.
Definitief.
Don't forget to book at the SKW Brauhaus.
Ja. En vir almal van julle wie se boodskap ons nie nou gelees het nie.
Ja.
Ons is ook lief vir julle. Maar ons gaan die boodskappe sien of sal dit sien
Ja.
en dan sal ons vir julle kommentaar gee. Okay, cheers. Dis Vrydag. Geniet dit. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Remember, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and you can also WhatsApp us. Please do us a favor and like this video, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell icon, so you can get an update when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for now, hope to see you next time.